Are you ready to clown around with Lunette and Molly? A clown and her dolly on the big comfy couch. Wholeness family, infinite waters flowing through you on point. This is Tarot on decks. And I do this from the heart, from the soul, from the streets. So if you think I'm here to play around you, you should leave now. If you decide to stay, that means you'll allow me in your energy, as is my intent, to create conditions that promote health, wealth, and abundance. So let's get started because you know we dominate these time constraints. I know you thought I forgot about you. I know you thought I just left you out to dry and would never come back, show my face, just tucked tail and left and was gone. But no, never. Never that. Never that. I had to get rid of some loose ends. Oh, switcheroo. Make them think they got you. What that horror movie person was? Jason, and you would think he was dead. Michael Myers. You'd be like, I know this nigga gone. They gone. I ain't gotta worry about them no more. And then they be pop back up like yeah. Like, I thought you was gone. I was gone. I'm back. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share to give all gift. Always hope I'm saying something that helps. Let's see what's going on collectively. What does the divine collective mean to the most? Copycat. Because sometimes when you remove your presence, it's easy to sometimes removing your presence is the most powerful thing that you can do. So people can know the real from the fake, man. Get what I'm saying? That's what I'm tapping into. Intuition energies out here with copycat. And it can feel, sometimes it can be like, surrender is, for whatever reason, especially in Western cultures, surrender is taught as if it's a weak thing. You know what I mean? But even probably before we pulled this call, there was this energy of like, okay, fuck it. Let you think you won for a minute. So there's this energy around removing your energy so people can see the real versus the fake. That's what I'm tapped into. Intuition energies out here with copycat and you manifesting everything that you desire, right? It's like the proof is in the pudding. And that has been coming up a lot for the collective. I even have it like written or, I voice noted in my phone. The proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the numbers that people want you to convince them. And I've never understood that about people, like, because they'll not believe whatever you have to say, like Noah and the ark. And then they want you to prove it to them. Bitch, if you don't believe it, don't believe it then. I don't got nothing to do with that. It's this type of energy. Removing your energy at this time is your most powerful path forward because then people could see without you having to tell them. You already told them, which should enlighten them to something. When you remove your presence, when you aren't forceful about it, then they can understand it for themselves. Say, well, I tried it this way. I tried it that way. Okay, it must be true. This is what I'm tapped into. Parents' energy is out here with binding in reverse. I feel like you're being released. And this parent card feels like from like other people's idea. You're down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. You're being released from like parental control. Good. You get what I'm saying? Like other people's opinions, other people's modus operandi feels like. Because let's not talk about opinions. Truth is relative, right? So what could be $100 million idea for one person might not make the next person $50. You understand what I'm saying? So truth is relative, and you're understanding that now. You're being relieved from the shit that was right for your mama, because what they did in the 60s and the 70s won't work in 2024. You understand what I'm saying? So you're being relieved. You're being released from this. This is what I'm tapped into. There's a lot of energetic interference. I hear Aaron cranking up in the background. And it's just like this idea of distracting you from being able to conceive a clear thought, right? Any type of, like, it feels like being in the mall. And like trying to do work in the mall or trying to do work where there's a party. You can't really focus. You can't concentrate. You could try. I've tried to go out in public and do my little, work executive functions. Baby, you too distracted. You this going on, that going on, that going on. It's this type of energy. You're being relieved from other people's perspectives. You're understanding that truth is relative and it's allowing you to manifest everything that you desire. A copycat, likely karmic, wants to compete with you, the letter C. And surrender could seem so pussy at times, but it isn't. It's going to be your most powerful path forward because your strength, your, like, they're showing me hyper focus would be demonstrated and you'll be like, okay, fuck it then. Do it then. It's like if you're the boss and you have an employee that wants to be a mini you, they want to be a second boss. Okay, see what it look like when you try to do it when I'm not here and see how fucking shit get done. Motherfuckers say they cook better than you. All right, bitch, you cook every day then and see how shit get done when I ain't there coaching you. It's this type of energy that's on this board and that soul lovers energies out here with ancestors gifts. Because what God is, that's my sauce, nigga. Look it up, find it. What God has for you, it is for you. It has been placed in you, and there may be similar things. You know, they got millions of hairdressers, but you know they got that one stylist that you go to, and she get your hair right every time. Every time it's never a difference in quality. Every time you go, the shop clean. Every time you go, there's a respectful conversation that takes place. Every time it ain't no motherfucking gimmick. It's the way they really is. And what is coming out and being revealed to a lot of energies and entities in your environment is you was never a gimmick. You were never a gimmick. You were the real deal, Holyfield. This is what I'm tapped into. Fated encounter. 1111. Soul lovers. 222. Manifest energies out here. There's a lot about if somebody wants to pretend to be you, then step back and let them have it and see how good they do. Let them take a walk a mile in your shoes. It really has nothing to do with this copycat karmic. It really has more to do with other people saying, oh, no, I want the real thing. It has to do with other people saying, oh, this not the real. That's not what I'm used to. I normally go over here and get my hair done on 43rd, but now this time I went over there on 34th, and I ain't like the way they did my hair on 34th, so I'm going back over there on 43rd. You get what I'm saying? Because I thought they did similar hair over there on 34th, but they don't do it the same. It's this type of energy. Sometimes your most powerful path forward is to say, okay, let that bitch have it then. Motherfucker could see. Yeah, take yeah. They realize and recognize real quick. No, bring your ass back over here. This is what I'm tapped into. Spiritual gift. Let a motherfucker have it. They want it, let them have it. Have it then. And if they don't want it, they'll give it back. Believe that. They can't take nothing that God got for you anyway. Believe that. No, nothing. No connection. No support system. No future. Baby, that shit is already written. This is what I'm tapped into. Limitless possibilities. I am grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something else. Girl, they stay arguing with themselves in the comments because they have never, ever downloaded anything. They never, a download. You go to God in prayer, you ask God for the answer, and then you meditate and observe the life around you after that. They only got their answers from somebody else that told them something. They ain't never got no answer from God. So when people who recognize the voice of God could recognize the truth when they hear something that may not be commonly known, but it comes from God. But motherfucker who don't know nothing about going to God to get no answers, I ain't gonna recognize that voice. And I learned that quickly. Oh, you're the type of person that unless it's certifiable or whatever it is like that, very, I don't know. I say white man's paperwork, but I mean that not racial. I mean with people who need, it's not about necessarily correctness is the best way to put it. They don't want to be correct. They want to be right. And right has to do with consensus, what everybody agrees with. So think of Jesus. Aries, you're going to have to get out my room. You're going to have to get out. You got to get on out. Think of Jesus when he was talking to the Pharisees and the Sadducees. They didn't believe him. They didn't agree with him. They said, who the fuck taught you this? That's not what the book say. Huh? This shit was coming straight from God. They love to say that's not what the book say. That's what the Pharisees and the Sadducees say. And when you tell them, hey, your character, the character that you're modeling right now, is the same thing the Pharisees and Sadducees did, they'll deflect. They'll deflect on some whole other shit. What are you going to do? Just loud and wrong is exactly right. And want you to argue. Baby, I'm not about to argue with you. I don't need you to think I'm correct to be correct. For whatever reason, you want me to agree with you. I don't need you to agree with me to go on with the choice I made in my mind. See, they need you to agree with them because it's not about correctness. They want to be right. They want a consensus, and it's different. It don't have no spirit in it. Motherfucker really think that things are just physical. I made a post on the other app, and I want to talk about this. Thank you so much for listening. I made a post on the other app about roaches being the physical manifestation of spiritual entities and energies, and I gave a supporting answer. I said, for example, they be in a hood where people are hopeless and they think they don't have a way out. You know, nobody commented on the fact that I said low vibrational thoughts. Nobody, I mean, the people who resonated with it, they didn't comment on it, but they resonated with it, so they knew what it was. Everybody who had a contradictory comment said, well, I done seen roaches in mansions. You're deflecting from the fact that I say they are a manifestation of low vibrational thoughts. You're not talking about what I'm talking about. You're trying to find one little minute detail in regards to what I say to refute the entirety of things, and that's how I know you ain't never went to God and got no motherfucking answers. You ain't never went to God and got no motherfucking answers. You heard what I said? I said roaches are the manifestations of low vibrational thoughts. For example, they always be in the hood where people think it's hopeless. Nobody said, well, I have high vibrational thoughts and I have roaches. Not one person said, well, my thoughts are high vibrational, I have roaches. Not one person said, they said, oh no, that's just because your house unclean. Well, if your house unclean, you're probably struggling with depression or some other mental disorder, and that's a low vibrational thought, ain't it? Yeah, oh, it's because people be having trash. If they ain't picking up their trash, they might have some low vibrational thoughts on, but nobody said that the only thing they can say, well, I know people in mansions that have roaches. They got some low vibrational thinkers in that motherfucker. They don't want to talk about that. They're going to deflect because they need a consensus. They not getting no downloads. Hey, come on here and tell somebody that makes sense. Then want to argue with me, who been in a very wealthy neighborhood that had roaches, and lived in a house that had roaches, been in the poorest neighborhood ever that lived with somebody that didn't have now roach. Lived in a house that when I got in the motherfucking house, that bitch was infested, and by the time I moved out, you wouldn't see that damn roach. You gonna tell me I don't know what the fuck I done watched happen in my life? I'm about to argue with you about my experience? Fuck no. Not today. Shit, maybe next week, just try to see if I can fit you in the schedule. Maybe next week. I might be able to try to see can I fit you in the next schedule or something like that. We'll talk about it. The weather's not bad. What supernature name said? Because I want somebody that has a coherent response. I'm trying to see. And you say you know you're wrong because you won't argue back. What? Right. They don't have no coherent. They don't have any coherent responses, right? Like it's not like debating. You take the affirmative, I take the negative, and let's be correct. Nah. They'll try to say something that's easily rebuttable, and then after you rebuttal, they'll insult you. That's it. That's all they got. They might got one or two rebuttals, and then after you clearly state how their rebuttals are unfounded, then they'll insult you. That's all they got. And I'm 40 years old, baby. Your insults, that don't mean nothing to me. I know all the insults about me that a person might say when they look at me. I look at myself and say the same shit sometimes. It's like it. Or move the goalpost. Aaliyah, you own it. Or move the goalpost. That's the deflection. So we're not talking about the roaches being manifestations of low vibrational thoughts. Let's talk about the fact that roaches also be in rich neighborhoods. That was never the conversation. Or they'll move the goalpost. Get on it. That's all they got. And they go, start back at 1. And 1, I'm going to do this stupid shit. 2, try this dumb shit again. 3, let me see what it's worth. They go right back to 1. They got like a good 5, 6 tricks up their sleeve. You hear me? Bitch, they go right back to when you like, bitch, you still doing that shit from 1996? I know you still throwing that little pussy around. I bet you better get a job. Bitch, you might as well go in the church house and see if you can be somebody's deaconess. I know you ain't still throwing that motherfucker around from 1996. Honey, they still throwing that pussy around from 1996. I say, oh my God. Bitch, we can't keep doing this. Come on, let's do something different, huh? Nobody wanted no more. That old ass pussy with all the miles on it. That's all they got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good 6 tricks. And 6 is being generous. I say 3. And they back at 1. And they say 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Which I've been learned that trick. Shout out to Canada. It's Canada. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. Feelings. One of the things that comes up a lot for you energetically is people be numb. I don't know if you recognize and realize how many people around you on a regular basis are going through life not feeling anything. They don't feel shit. They just robotic. Like, iPhone, cultish. We all the same. We all alike, right? And they don't feel anything, and then you make them feel something. You make them feel something. And I can't say energetically that you always make them feel good, but I know they be numb. And then you come around and all of a sudden I'm alive. Maybe you knock their ass out with some truth. Knock their ass back with some emotional accountability, right? But it makes them feel something that they haven't felt. They haven't felt anything. Make motherfucker want to get to moving. Make a motherfucker want to try to get out and get something. 5 o'clock in the morning. Where you gonna be? Outside on the corner. Make you want to get up, get out, and get something. I don't think that it's necessarily a pleasant feeling. I'm sorry. I don't think it's always. Some people probably like it. I like a little rough. Got a rough neck. Gotta have a rough neck. Some people probably like it, but I like the truth. Keep it real with me, because then we know how to move. But not everybody is ready for that. Again, we're talking about these robotic, numb-ass motherfuckers. So in NPCs, they're expecting you to play your role. Just act accordingly to the character they assign to you. I ain't got no time for no extra shit. Right? And you like, feel something. And it make them want to move. This is what I'm tapped into. It breaks them from the spells. You're under spells, people. I'm not saying that you always make a motherfucker feel good. You don't, because that wouldn't be real. That's not life, but you make them feel, baby. You always make them feel. And they like, they don't know what to do with it. They going through their body like, ooh. They don't know what to do with it. That's what I'm tapped into. Look. It's working. They say, something's got to give. Motherfuckers say, something got to give. You going through life, you might be skipping through the forest like Little Red Riding Hood with a big bad wolf right there. Y'all hanging out, you skipping, and that motherfucker say, how does this motherfucker get to live their life like that? How they get to be so happy? How they get to be so free? I'm not saying they always like it. They might try to stop it. You can't do this. Where's your man? Where's your father? Why are you fat? Why are you black? All that shit. And then they fucking go home and they feel something, baby. That motherfucker make a motherfucker feel something. It's controversial, it's provocative. How it gets the people going. That's what I'm tapped into. I'm talking about, they ain't even know. You heard me? You know how you say on your resume, they need me and I'm an asset to every company. You made motherfucker wish come true. They ain't even know they needed to wish. They ain't know they was walking through this bitch zombie fire. You broke them from the spell. You woke them up. And it ain't uncomfortable. Imagine you sleepwalking. Motherfucker wake you up, but you finna walk off a cliff. Yeah, that's you. They feel something. It's exhilarating. It goes through their shock. It's like, whoa. That's what I'm tapped into. Like mirroring energies out here with pumping heads. And it's like, at first, no. Because it's so different than everything that they've been doing. It's at first the first thing anybody, no, I ain't doing it. You want to jump off a bridge? No, I ain't doing it. If your friends jump off a bridge and you say, shit, they might be bungee jumping, then maybe I do want this experience. At first, people are like fucking chihuahua. Get your ass back. The next thing you know, they laying in your lap, laying their head on you, just letting you rub them and pet them and shit. You done tamed the puppy. That's what I'm tapped into. Side hustle. It gets the people going. What song was that? Was it I'm About to Go Ham? I know. What? How the song go? The people going. What? Niggas in Paris. No, how the song go? See, I just know it's the people going. I can't play it on here. Secrets, energies out here, right? So they'll never tell you. They'll never come back to you and say, man, the way you talk to me, or what I saw you post, or da 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 da. They won't. You'll hear them talking different, though. You'll see them walking different. All of a sudden, their conversations change, their habits change, and they're moving in a more powerful way. It's this type of energy. Yeah, I like this. You get the people. You're provocative. You get the people going. That's what I'm tapped into. You get them moving. You say, oh, man, people see you, having your way. People see you having your way, and I say, shit. Look how she got her hands, right? Motherfucker say, now, wait a minute. Now, I know what damn well I can do some shit. Motherfucker never was magical before. They said, shit, God, I saw what you did for old girl. I saw what you did for old boy. I'm trying to see if you could do some shit like that for me too. What I'm tapped into. Shit, you ain't got to make a motherfucker feel good. That ain't your motherfucking responsibility. They supposed to already feel good within their spirit. If they walking around this place numb, just that you made them feel something. You've done something. They've been numb to the fucking world. Going every day, waking up, going to work, going home. Waking up, going to work, going home. June comes vacation. December come Christmas. Wake up, go to work, go home. They've been doing it every day. They see you fucking living. He's really fucking living life. They say fed up card. That fed up card. Something kind of shaking. At first they question you. How you ain't, that's not true. Bum, get a job. All this kind of shit right here, right? Then the next thing they trying to figure out how they can do it too. Fuck you, bitch. I'm acting brand new. Hello. Next thing you know, they copying you. Next thing you know, they talking like you. They using your words. They'll never say, I got that from such and such. Oh, I heard such and such say that. But you are him, and you will know damn well. But then I know that ain't my shit I heard. And you will go, though, damn well. Motherfucker been listening to you. Motherfucker want to argue with you and then go copy and do what you do. That's what I'm tapped into. Fuck all of that. I'm not gonna argue with these bitches. I don't care to agree. We can agree to disagree. That's where I am in life. I don't care to agree. You can say I'm wrong and I can say, okay, fuck you. I reserve the right. I'll be that. That ain't never made no difference in the price of cheese on a Wednesday. Not damn difference. Oh, I don't believe you. I don't think that'll work. That's not true. Okay, bitch, you look. Go live your life. Go live your life. Me? As for me, I'm about to do that shit. Huh? Take a candle. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path, aim for the greatest good. What is the most important message? Dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun. Like, you bet on yourself. You bet on yourself, bitch. And that made somebody mad and their inner child wounds begin to express you bet on yourself, and their unhealed inner child wounds begin to express themselves by never before. They start to be bratty, bitter, do subtle, shrewd, snide things, the most interesting thing in the world because you didn't buy into the dreams that they were selling. How dare you not buy into these nightmares these niggas selling? These niggas don't even sell dreams no more. At least in the 90s, they used to sell your dreams, baby. Shit, they had you thinking you will be on the top of Stone Mountain, Georgia, in an oceanfront property. You feel what the fuck I'm saying? They don't even sell you bitches dreams these days. They selling you bitches nightmares. You ain't participating. You say shit. If I'm gonna invest any motherfucking thing in anything, I'm gonna invest in myself. Because I'm not participating in these motherfucking nightmares. And that has triggered somebody's unhealed inner child to demonstrate itself. And it's almost like you say, I know it. It's like you saying, I knew it. It's like you said, like you told somebody no, and they said, rah, 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 rah. I don't know who Chihuahua this is. They won't shut up. But either way it goes, it's like you said no, and they said, rah, 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 rah. And you like, that's why I said no. You said, I think I'm not going to become friends with this person. I don't think I want to engage with them, da 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 da. And they said, they started to demonstrate exactly why your spirit said, yeah, watch out for that motherfucker. Huh? I just fucking work here. Yo, if you said, no, I'm going to invest in myself. I'm going to bet on myself before I buy into the nigga nightmares that you selling me. Nigga, fuck that. Baby, the fucking nightmare came to life. You understand what I'm saying? What the little clown is? No little clown, is it Freddy Krueger? One of them motherfuckers be in your nightmares, then they come in your real life. That's what's on this Lord Freddy Krueger. Bitch, Freddy Krueger, bitch. Bitch. Freddy Krueger, bitch. On this motherfucking board right now. The fuck? Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Unhealed Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. They feel like you need to take everything that you got going on and all the abundance that you have and give it to them. Where the fuck they do that at? And this is a big grown motherfucker that's pouting. You got to be careful of them big grown motherfuckers that be pouting and shit. Wait a minute now, okay, you're not 7. What the hell? Full moon moment. So something that was hidden is about to be revealed. I really feel like you bet on yourself anyway because you wasn't finna buy into them goddamn nightmares. And when you say no, or when you say I'm going to take my resources and use it this way, baby, somebody's going to start like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Like, wait a minute, that's why I told your ass no in the first fucking place. It's this type of energy. New arrival. Your motherfucker, look, Lady Ray, you pick a flower. Imagine picking a flower, beautiful sunflower. And you bring that motherfucker in the house and you look at that motherfucker, it's a rat. Imagine. That's what's on this board. Shit, and so it's going, but it ain't going the way they thought it was going to go. Ooh, like somebody was trying to get you. This is bondage. You know, based on the rest of the context of this card, somebody wanted you to take your resources and like what you've amplified, because fertility, multiplying type of energy, and invested in them. And I feel like you're going to say no. I feel like you choosing your worth, you betting on yourself. Yeah, it's going to protect you from a bunch of bullshit. Just say, high expectations protect you from low vibrations. Huh? It's like, high expectations. I've heard that somewhere. High expectations protect you from low vibrations. That's what goes to fucking forward. Say, things that make you go, I bet you the fuck I won't. Hello? And then as soon as you say no, or, well, I would like to evaluate something deeply, or I think I changed my mind. You might even say I changed my mind, especially that I changed my mind shit. That's going to really show you. That's going to really show you whether you're dealing with friend or foe. That I changed my mind shit. That's going to let you know. Oh, bitch, you was already just trying to get over. Now you mad because I just changed my mind. I don't want to do it no more. Oh, you always wanted to da-da-da. How dare I have a human moment? You know, people thinking you inhumane. They'll look at you and just gauge you in whatever way they want to gauge you, and then like take away your human capacity. How dare you change your mind? You know, maybe you wanted to do it at one point in time and then you don't want to do it. Oh no, that was a scheme that Todd set up the whole time. Like, bitch, I literally changed my motherfucking mind. God damn. And I don't like somebody like, do you want me to do it and I not want to do it? Or are you gonna make me fucking do it? Like the fuck? Are y'all ready for this? Blunt, 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 blunt. I want to take this moment to thank you so much for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. Thank you for your patience with me as I'm spread your wings and prepare to fly. I'm spreading out into different ventures and really becoming more acclimated to this particular dimension because I consider these little portals dimensions that we be going to. And so thank you so much for tapping in and tuning up and taking your time with me. You're real gentle with me as I'm traversing these new territories, and I'm grateful for that. You're real patient. I love that. Listen, you could be anywhere on the internet, but you tapped in with Tarot on decks, and I just want to take a moment for you. It's my turn, Shantae. I appreciate you. It's my turn. She trying to skip me. I love y'all. Let's see what this Bible deck has to say. The Sun card. Like beedly dee dee dee. I like the energy of revelations and realizations and finally being seen. Hello? Finally being, I feel like your whole life people try to not understand you. Like there's a lot about high IQ or really people being intimidated by what they knew your path would be. And so rather than just letting you be regular, like a regular kid, nah, people try to misunderstand you, like want to argue with you, want to compete. Don't, like, if you just happen to say something intelligent because you're an intelligent person and everything you're going to say is intelligent because you're intelligent, then people want to make it a debate because in their mind, it was like a battle or a point to prove or a competition, but it was never a competition. It was just like genuinely trying to bring light. And I think that you're in a place now where people can truly see your light. You see, he on a donkey. You see, he on a donkey, he on the ass. And Jesus had that bread now, but he never really, as a matter of fact, he turned over the coin tables in the church. And it was by his donations that he was even be able to begin his ministry. But he still thought that it was a mockery of the church for them to make it about that. And I think, regardless of how much like money you may have had, especially if you didn't have, like you lived a distant, like sometimes you were disenfranchised. Then I think a lot of times you still shine. You know, so somebody could have on Ralph Lauren, I don't care how you say his name, and from head to toe, and you stand up in front of the class in your no boundaries, Jordache jeans. What was that lady? Els Veraza. What, she was like Hispanic. I can't remember her name, but she used to be like at the Walmart and the Simply Six and stuff like that. But she made jeans. It was like a Hispanic lady. She was like Gloria Vanderbilt. Somebody said it in the chat. You didn't say it in the chat, but you said it in your head, and I picked up on it. Gloria Vanderbilt. You was stood up in front of that class with your no boundary shirt on and your Gloria Vanderbilt jeans, and you shine. And you've dealt with that all your life, but I really feel like this is saying that people really see you now. Like at first, maybe people thought it was a competition or like a pageant, like fix my hair and fix my shirt and I can say smart things too. And it was never that. It was only you bringing light to the world, to the darkness place. And now I think people can kind of appreciate that. That's what this feels like energetically. The world card, the Wheel of Fortune, I'm sorry. The Wheel of Fortune with the Sun card, right? Like the veil is being lifted. That's what this feels like to me. The Five of Swords energy is out here, right? And it's like, if there's nothing to beat, right? Or Five of Swords argument, people want to argue with you all the time, but it's like, How do you beat somebody who's trying to help you? How do you beat or overcome or seize somebody whose every intention is to see you expand in some type of way? You can't fight and you can't argue with that. It's this type of energy. You have to appreciate that. The Christ consciousness coming into your experiences bring you benefit, and that's what this is. So even the people who misinterpreted you, or maybe they knew the whole time, but they still, it's like the energy of still, like, I don't know. Or like beating you made people feel like they went big. That's what this feels like to me. Like, even though you felt like I don't got no money, my mom don't love me, my daddy don't love me, my sister don't love me, my brother don't love me, you ain't got shit, don't nobody care about me, making you, like, you know, look dumb. Because it wasn't nothing material, right? You on a donkey. You got that one little cloak, right? It was nothing material, but people trying to make you look dumb. Five of Swords energies out here, and realizing and recognizing that your information comes from a place of truth, and it comes from a place of love, even though it can be uncomfortable. That's what's on this board. The Nine of Swords. That your truth. The rooster will crow 3 times. You will betray me 3 times before the rooster crows. Jesus told Peter, you will betray me 3 times before the rooster crows, Peter. Before he went to take that walk when people were spitting on him and kicking on him. And you know what? Before that motherfucking rooster crowed 3 times. And he had to weep. Motherfucking Peter had to weep bitterly. What the card say? Then Peter remembered the word Jesus had spoken. Before the rooster crows, you will disown me 3 times. And he went outside and wept bitterly. You have always been this vessel, this expression, this voice of God. And you will tell a motherfucker the truth. When you was a kid, people probably call you smart aleck. Because you would say stuff to an adult and it'd be like, how this fucking little kid know this? Or how they know to say that? It's this type of energy. That's who this message for. Smart aleck. Somebody who was called smart aleck is this type of energy. You've always been connected to some type of eternal truth. And now people can see that that truth, even though it's uncomfortable sometimes, comes from a place of love. That's what I'm tapped into. Temperance angel, remember when Jesus told Martha to sit up fucking ass down? Y'all don't read the Bible like I read the Bible. I read the Bible like we talk every day. Jesus told Martha, man, you need to sit your motherfucking ass down doing all of this bopping and hopping and slipping and slopping. Sit down and try to listen to what I'm saying to you right now. I'm saying some shit to you right now. Shit is important. Talk, conversation. Sit the fuck down. You heard me? Mary not helping us. Niggas, maybe you need to do what Mary do. Sit your ass down. That's what I'm tapped into. You've always been a speaker of uncomfortable truths. And now people can see that it's healed them. Even when you didn't know what you was doing. The Hermit card energies out here, that a type of wisdom, very unconventional wisdom comes through you. I really, really feel like people didn't understand. This is John the Baptist. When motherfucker said he baptized Jesus, right? He was talking about what Jesus was going to do before Jesus ever came to do it. That's what I'm tapped into. The Chariot card. So you're a bringer of truth. And another thing is, I need to explain this, okay? Pharaoh chased after Moses and them, and then got caught up in the waters, right? Moses didn't do anything violent or physical. What people also notice about you is that demons get caught up in the reed seas behind you. Does that make sense? Like, people notice that demons try to get behind you. People try to make it a point to make you look dumb, make you look stupid, refute your truth. And then those people end up going through devastating changes of events in the awakening of the awareness that you bring. That's what I'm tapped into. You see that? Moses didn't turn around and face Pharaoh. Moses parted that Red Sea or Reed Sea or whatever the fuck it was. And when Pharaoh tried to chase him behind it, he got caught up in that motherfucker. This is what I'm tapped into. And people realize that. The 5 of Wands. This is, what his name is? David and Goliath? Yeah. And people say, oh yeah. Well, and then that motherfucker don't really be doing that. But whenever people fuck with them, when Jacob stole his brother's birthright, David and Goliath, whenever anybody fuck with you, they get fucked over. And it's not physical. It's not like you fighting or knocking people's things around or suing people. It's just energetically and spiritually, their life go to shambles after they try to fuck with you. And I mean shambles. 4 ones. Meanwhile, you celebrating. Look at fucking David and Saul. Look at fucking David and Saul, bro. People really say, damn, well, they get in people's motherfucking life. If they don't do that motherfucker right, they motherfucking life go to shambles. People really observe and see that if people don't do right by you, they'll lose their entire kingdom. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something. The next thing you know, you the kingdom. You the king of the kingdom. They say, what happened to such and such? Well, I was trying to call him today. You ain't did nothing wrong. You still trying to connect with the motherfucker. You don't know God sending that motherfucker through hell on earth behind you. You still trying to be their friend. Hello? Hi, I was just wondering if you were going to be able to come and they ain't been done. God sending that motherfucker through hell on earth behind you. Play with my anointing. Do my prophet no motherfucking harm. The fuck? What's wrong with you? Now let me ground my energy right quick. Do something to make me feel better. What he saying? I can't remember his name. He said, do something to make me feel better. I am so grateful for you. Thank you for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up. Check out the website. We're doing pre-recorded readings again. Pre-recorded readings, if you're ever interested in getting a pre-recorded reading, maybe your schedule does not allow you to book a Zoom, or maybe you're not quite ready to make that type of a commitment. We're doing pre-recorded readings again, so if you're interested in that, you can go through the link tree or go through the website. I suggest you go through the website. Why? Well, the website has a free wealth transformation ritual just for you to get you started in the peculiar high priestess way of things. First, we're going to help you to understand how to transform your money paradigm. Can we say it like that? And then we start with the cleansing. We move toward the protection, and then we're working on alignment. We got some shit coming at Tarot on decks, but I definitely want you to be a part of the fold, a part of the family. And if that's something that interests you, check out the website, download your wealth transformation ritual, or you can use the link tree if you like. It's easy, it's simpler. Most people have access to it, so let's go. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. Agathians. Manifesting multidimensional perceptions and attachments. So I like this. You're moving into a 5D. 5-dimensional. I think the easiest way to explain the 5D is if you have a VHS or if you have a CD or DVD, which they're phasing those things out. But these physical copies, because you're looking at something in the 5 dimension. Even if you have a game like Grand Theft Auto, you're still looking at something in the 5 dimension, because even though in a game like Grand Theft Auto or Mario World, even though the character has all of these different paths that they can take, the beginning and the end is already known and predestined, and a lot about the things in the world and what the character can do. Now, what the character may choose to do may differ, but from a 5th dimensional perspective, you kind of already know what Mario is going to do with Yoshi. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's the best way to understand the 5th dimension. And you're starting to see things from the 5th dimension. I think in the beginning it's scary, or like, because we don't have a better term or phrase, you know what I mean? But I think it's awe, like awe, and then there's shock and there's fear. When we as humans in this vessel, when there's ignorance and you don't know about it, you'll run from it, just like on some Cro-Magnon, the original man type of shit, like, oh, danger kind of shit, right? But you're being invited into deeper information if you were to look. Philosophy, releasing karma, and mysticism, right? So beginning to really see things from the 5th dimension. Your mama might have told you something like, you got to see stuff through. Your mama might have told you stuff like, you got to see it through to the end, man. You make a decision too quick. You ain't thought that through. You're starting to see things through, and because you can see things through, and there's like, well, it could do this, and it could do this, and it could do this. There's more of a 5th dimensional approach to like it's like being able to say the no to something completely, because you can recognize that even if it's good for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, in this amount of time it's going to be uncomfortable. I should say no to that now, right? You're starting to see things like this. This is what I'm tapped into. This card comes up so much, and if you look at this card, just look at the details. There's a teddy bear, there's a cactus plant, there's this, arts and crafts kind of creative tools, and there's like more creative tools here, or things to be able to account or journal, or keep record keeping materials. Perfect, right? The teddy bear represents the part of you that is, I guess, seeking comfort. I think that's the best way to say it. But it's also like youthful and juvenile, and needs to be nurtured, and kind of needs to kind of grow, right? You see this elementary school setup kind of table. The cactus is the things that are difficult, the uncomfortable aspects of this. But you're supposed to be creating. Look at the motherfucking. The majority of this says, baby, write something on a chalkboard, write something down in your notebook, read something from the ledger. Whether you're gonna cut something with some construction paper, you're supposed to be creating. That's what this feels like. So you're given this golden ratio. Earlier we were looking at these orbs, and we were talking about seeing things through to the end. You can now, this clock, you can now see things through to the end. You're supposed to be creating something. There's a lot of, this is amorphous energy, because it's not fear, but that's the best word that I have. There's a lot of mixed emotions around doing this thing. I think this is like a major sacrifice in the beginning, right? Betting on yourself. Remember earlier we pulled that card, and that card says bet on yourself, right? And so that's what this feels like. There's a major investment. Like, what if this doesn't work, right? But what if it does? And the thing about this fifth dimensional view is, that with the consistency and determination, if I put the motherfucking seed in the ground, this isn't gambling. This isn't 1 in a million odds. This is law of sowing and reaping. This is the law of accumulation. Does that make sense? These are hermetic principles that the universe is governed by. So you know that, but there's still this major investment. And it's because when you come into this awareness of this newness, right, you got to let go of all of this shit that's based on a lie. And that's hard. That's difficult, because everybody else still based it on their lie. They still, it's like, A squared plus B squared is C squared. People have their own theorems. And now that you're updating your theorem, you know that it's going to be a lot of people around you that still have their old theorem, and they're going to say, why are you doing these things this way? And they can't see it. But I'm telling you, baby, look at this motherfucking energy at this bottom of this deck over here, baby. You are just in the womb. You are in this nesting phase. And although you are seeking comfort and you deserve comfort, you're also moving into a space, this amphibian creature around this cactus is like where you can kind of deal with more difficult things, and creating what you're supposed to be creating is going to be your most powerful path forward. Vegans, solitude, independence, and peace. A new culture. Oh, excuse me. Kind of made me nervous when I said it, and then my stomach went. But it is a new culture, like they call it vegans, right? But like it made me kind of think about like if people are going to use the racial slur, any racial slur, it doesn't matter, pick yours. And then somebody says, well, when they think of those people, then they think of a strong family structure. And then they think of whatever racial slur, it doesn't matter. They think of industrious, entrepreneurial, self-sustaining. Like the Mormons, right? You think of Mormons, you think the motherfuckers be building their own houses. They build some good shit too. You think, okay, I don't know, they got a little questionable, that ain't none of, I don't know anything about that aspect of it, but what I do know is like when you think of them as a whole, you think, okay, I think that they build good houses. That's the first thing that I think. And so I really feel like whatever slur that people use in regards to you, I feel like you're redefining what that is. That's what this feels like to me. And you're supposed to be building something. Something is very much so in the womb. Think like when you think of the womb covered by water. I try to breathe, but my head is underwater. Right? It's like you're being pushed through some type of birth canal. And that's what this is about. And you're supposed to be creating something, and it's difficult for you to create something because it feels like there's so much sacrifice associated to it. It's a big investment, and you kind of have this gambling perspective, like what if it doesn't work out? But your spirit team is talking about the law of sowing and reaping and the law of accumulation, these again hermetic principles that code the universe. So it's only a matter of time, basically, and then time being a human construct that doesn't even exist in the entirety of the universe, right? So it's like it's only a matter of time based on this planet's rules. That's what I'm tapped into. Other than that, it's inevitability, right? Just like Mario getting princess. You can make a Mario movie 2, Mario movie 3, Mario movie 10. We know that in the Mario universe, that Mario catch the princess. Bitch, we already know that Peach and Mario gonna get back together, right? This is what I'm tapped into in regards to you, air element. So there's a lot of awareness. If you put the inverted triangle and the inverted triangle and the subverted triangle together, it makes that Star of David. This Merkaba energy where you're, creating a new force, like giving yourself a new body that allows you to like what a body does, like our bodies in the physical plane, gives us the ability to move around in this dimension. And right now you're creating a body that gives you the ability to move around in different dimensions. That's what I'm tapped into. I am so grateful for you. I like this for you. This is beautiful, expansive energy. Beginning to see the patterns. You're starting to see the patterns, man. That's a magical, magical thing. Once you put on the magic glasses, there's no taking them off. Okay, we're going to do elements. But thank you guys so much for the super chats. Thank you for your time, your energy, your love, and support. But we're going to briefly tap into the elements. We might not do 9 cards. We're going to start off with Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. I would have to pull on that for you, but it could be, especially if it resonates. Especially if a part of you feels like relief in hearing that, even though you might still be exhausted, you feel like relief. Like at least now I have, like getting a pill. The doctor says, hey, this is going to cure you of that, right? Like if you feel, and maybe you still feel the pain, but you know that pill is going to kick in at any moment, right? If you feel that type of relief, why do you have my keys?
No reason.
Boy, go hang my damn keys up. So again, if it feels like a key that's going to open something for you, then yes, likely. But I definitely have to pull, especially if you know you're getting enough sleep. Because you can have energetic cords, like siphoning happening in your energy. There could be entities connected to you that are like impeding your path. That type of energy. Can I see that phone right quick? Where's the phone?
What do you mean?
I want to show somebody something. Why are you asking me why I need my phone? Girl. I skipped out on having a boss by God's grace. And I ain't have to worry about no husband because the fuck. But God gave me 2 sons.
Here you go.
Thank you. Get your ass back. Because you said that, I am going to put a pop-up on the website so that it pops up as soon as you go to the website, like those fireworks do. But right now, if you click these 3 lines in the corner, you saw that? There's like 3 lines in the corner. If you go to my website from your phone, 3 lines in the corner. The 7-day right there. Just go ahead and fill in this form, and it's going to send you a link to download your wealth transformation ritual. God, right round there. Let me tell you, God, that tricky motherfucker, when I get to heaven, I can't wait to talk to God, because we got to have, we gonna play chess. I got that conversation. He lay around there. We were the last 2 playing. And he reversed it back to him. Skip me. Uno out with a wild draw for bitch. I said, oh my motherfucker.
Hey, Mama. Hey, Mama. No.
And he must be a paid actor talking about some, hey mama, hey mama. Like God, like God, like God. Like God, like hey. God, like, I ain't gonna let your ass in here. When I get there, one of these days, I'm gonna get to that. And I tell you what, I'm gonna knock all that shit over. That's why he keep me down there. Yeah, I don't play with it. I don't play with it. Boy, boy, when you get me. Aaron in the background talking about some mama. Mama. I just feel like that's God saying, yep, that's your ass. Draw 4 too. So the next time we play, I start off with 4 cards. Extra. Out the deck. When are you gonna learn? When am I gonna learn? You know what I'm saying? Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides, they should see us. What was I thinking? How dare I think? My weave. Thank you. My locks, my babies with locks, I already know that's the ultimate compliment. Thank you so much. These bohemian, 4C, shit. What they call? Tell me in the chat. Tell me what to tell them. These is boho for bohemian, knotless, jumbo. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. You at work sloppy. What that mean? He got a good voice. No, the fuck you don't. Let me read these cards and go on about my business. Let's talk back about my fox locks. Boy, we talking about my fox locks. Y'all, hair so good they call it fake. Okay? She said too. She said I like it. Bohemian. And I like I'm at for Nightly Bohemian. I got that Nightly Bohemian. Girl, come on here. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirits. I'm gonna tell my lactation you said that to me. I'm gonna say the girl asked me, did I have knotless bohemian girl? I'm gonna exaggerate a little bit, just a little bit. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that we should see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. What is the most? Thank you so much. Here we go again for tapping in, tuning in, and turning up with tarot on decks at the beginning of the month. We do free readings for the subscribers. So again, I can't wait to return this energy toward you. I appreciate your love and support. This is for Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. I mean, you ain't gonna believe this nigga. When I tell you you ain't gonna believe this nigga, you ain't gonna believe this nigga. The Lovers card, the Devil card, High Priestess energies in reverse. 662 angel number, 626 angel number may be significantly. 6 times 2 is 8. It's 8 or 2 in y'all in here, but this has to do with a divine alignment. And energetically, to me, are you done stuck through some shit before? That's what this feels like. Like you've gone through worse with people in your life who could never do for you what God can do for you. And the Most High is asking you for faith. That's what this feels like to me. 7 of Swords energies out here. You ain't gonna believe this shit. 7 of Swords energies out here. You ain't gonna believe this shit. God say, just bet on me once. You was messing with that treacherous ass bitch. You was messing with old boy. You was messing with old girl. You went into business with that dude who took that money from you. That person was supposed to be a colleague. They were supposed to be a mastermind with you, and they drained from you. God asking you for a little bit of faith, and you can't do that. King of Wands, and it just I have the Ace of Cups. That's how it feels to me. Two of Swords, and just I have the Ten of Cups. You keep second guessing yourself. One of the things I've learned about spirituality is that godly things grow. I can't think that I've ever seen a miracle that wasn't building up. Like you might look at a situation, let's say somebody is running away from something. The Reed Sea situation, where Moses was going away from. There could have been geological circumstances and situations that happened during that time, and people thought it was magic, but it was literally geological shit that was happening. But you can't tell me that shit ain't built up. If it's a geological transformation that ain't been happening over time, and just at that same point in time when they decided that they was gonna try to leave Pharaoh or whatever it is like that, that this flood happened. This is what I'm tapped into. So God asking you for a little bit of faith. You know what I mean? And it feels like there's a lot about Seven of Swords, Knight of Cups, commitments to things that were never good for you, that never had the even potential of being healthy for you. Never could it ever, not for one moment, be something that would end up good. Remember, we was looking at that other deck and talking about seeing shit through? And even if you saw that shit through to the end, you say, where is this going to end up? This person sell drugs. This person doing other things with their life that's not going to end up well. How can we make this a sustainable relationship? You stayed there. You stuck that shit out. You invested. You brought your children around that shit. All kind of shit. Now God asking you for a little bit of faith, nigga. Don't piss me off. Now God asking you for a little bit of fucking faith. And you act like it's fucking difficult, man. And I guess I'm not mad. I'm sad. I'm sad. Because you can give your whole self to the motherfucking ragged ass niggas. But you won't give a piece of quarter yourself to you. And it makes me sad, and that pisses me off. Yeah, I want to do something about that feeling that I feel that says, oh, fuck no. We ain't going for that shit around here. Ace of Cups, Two of Swords, Ten of Cups. Don't hand us that. Hell no. If you can have faith in that raggedy ass person, you can have faith in yourself. And if God is saying, write that book. If God is saying, build it, they gonna come. Build it, they gonna come. Whatever it is for you, then wow. Don't piss me off. What you looking back at? Looking back at the lessons that you learned? Because that's all it is. You can't look back at something and say, oh, well, that time I messed up. And oh, that time this fucked up. And that time that Jerome and Sharon, fuck that. So guess what you learned? What not to do? I guess you ain't going to bring Jerome and Sharon ass over here this time. I guess you ain't going to go down that street again since you know it got a pothole. What are you looking back at? Your lessons? Are you doing a review so you know that when you take this test you're going to pass it? Because that's what all that shit was. Magician card, star card, king of wands, queen of wands. All of that shit was just the lessons that you need to apply to your life. Because when you apply, leaving out Sharon and Jerome ass, and you might actually get some shit done. That's what I'm tapped into. 10 of wands. Keeping your head above water. Making the way when you can. Temporarily. Face ass. Hello? And God trying to what's this one? See why I don't know that one like that? Why I don't know that one like that? It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. Loving conditions of a rare design, some people say, is even harder to find. Huh? Well, then there must be some magic, ooh, inside these gentle walls. 'Cause all I see is a tower of dreams, real love bursting out of every scene. God say, I'm trying to bring you from this motherfucking keeping your head above water so you can have real love bursting out of every scene, but you won't let that fucking shit go. You will invest every fucking thing you got in such and some shit that ain't going nowhere. And God only wants 10%. Ain't that nothing? Don't that just kind of piss you off a little bit? Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps my ass time, but I'm only gonna pull about 4 or 5 cards. Okay, I'm just pulling fruit cards. Keeping your head above water, making a way when you can. So what you gonna choose? Are you or are you keeping your head above water? What is this?
Temporary layoffs.
That's what you picked? I'm about to put your ass out.
Scratching and surviving.
Hey, give me a child. Really, the Most High is giving you choices right now.
I didn't pick it.
It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on a newspaper page. Loving condition of a rare design, some people say, is even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic inside these gentle walls. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, I like it. I hope you choose the Wilsons, what they was, the Winslows. What JJ last? James Evans. You Evans or you the Winslows? And in order to be the Winslows, all God is asking you for is just a little bit of faith. Is that you bet on yourself. You've made a lot of investments, poor investments. Make this one that you know is guaranteed. It's not based on hypotheticals. It's not gambling. It's an investment. You've gambled all your life. You know that ain't gonna get it. This is not a gamble. This is an investment. Then there must be some magic inside these gentle walls. But all I see is a tower of dreams. Real love bursting out. If you knew the song, if you knew the theme song, tell me in the chat. I need to know. Which song you knew? Did you know both songs? If not, which song you knew and how readily did you know it? Like how quick did it come up in your spirit? You gotta consider that shit. It took me a second to remember the Family Matters theme song. When I knew that motherfucking Good Times theme song immediately. You knew Family Matters? Amen. We're gonna do Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that we should see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. What is the most important message? King of Wands energies out here. It's been showing up a lot. The last King of Wands that showed up for Libra, Aquarius, Gemini was that Rick James. Fuck your couch really is Dave Chappelle pretending to be Rick James. Either way it goes, this is a different aspect of King of Wands in that there's a lot of determination, consistency, output. Knight of Swords energies, I'm the Seven of Swords. The permeating energy for the collective in today's session, in today's check-in, is like Seven of Swords energy. And I really want you to stop looking at anything outside of yourself. I want you to start saying, what am I doing to allow this energy, or how am I operating in this energy? Stop giving motherfuckers your power. Ask yourself, what am I doing to allow these treacherous ass motherfuckers in my life? Or how am I operating from fear, a lack mentality, a poor mindset? Because a lot of times it's the first thing that leads to the second thing, right? I'm scared that I won't make it. I feel like this is all I have. If I don't allow these people in my life, I'll have nobody in my life. It's this type of energy. So it all go in together, just like the roach conversation we had earlier. It all go in together. Seven of Swords with the Knight of Swords is Eight Swords, and you feel stuck. When really the stuck is God. My grandmother used to say, a rock in a hard place. God squeezing you into your actual destiny. Four of Swords energies out here with the Two of Cups, right? Because God doesn't speak through words, right? So when a certain group of behaviors leads to disturbances, right? Disturbia, right? Like Knight of Swords, Seven of Swords, that's Eight of Swords. It's tormenting thoughts, right? Then that's God saying, if I keep doing this, that's your soul saying, shit, you ain't even got to put it into no ethereal being. That's your soul saying, I can't continue to exist like this. I must find peace. Two of Cups energies out of the Four of Swords. So a lot of, I like this energy. The Moon card energies out here because there's a lot of reprogramming of your subconscious and really being more aware of how much power you have, how much power you have. And remember in high school they used to say stuff like the things you do today will affect you tomorrow. This is so true and so real, but it's not an immediate effect. You can't say I'm changing my mind today and expect to see a difference tomorrow. But if you're consistent and determined and you have willpower that even when there are difficult times, if you fall, you get back up again, then you will arrive. That's what I'm tapped into. In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground. That's where I spend most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cooling on, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys, they were up to no good. Started making trouble in my neighborhood. I got it one little fight. Your man got scared. He said, "You're moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air." You will arrive. You will make it out of these difficult circumstances and situations and arrive in your spiritual and proverbial Bel Air. This is what I'm tapped into. Six of Cups energy is out here with the King of Cups. Just like God told you, that's so Raven. It's the future I can see. That's so Raven, the mysterious me. Right? So get out of your head. Your life is telling you something right now. The external world is a representation of the internal world. Rather than trying to blame your mama or blame your daddy or blame your sister or blame your cousin or whoever the fuck you want to blame, say, why am I letting this motherfucker make this happen in my life? Why do I keep standing here if they're causing me distress? If they're aggravating me, why do I keep standing here? And when you start to take your power that way and then retrain your brain to say, you know what, I don't have to stand here. I don't have to take this. I'm going home, right? You'll find more fulfillment. The Knight of Pentacles energies out here. King of Pentacles, pardon me. I am so grateful for you. I appreciate your time, the energy, the love, and support. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. I need you. I am so grateful for you giving me the opportunity to share this gift. I'm grateful for you hearing me and being open to receive and resonating. That's the gift. I'm channeling, right? I'm downloading. A regular person say, "Oh, you guessing?" Somebody said, "You just say anything that comes to your head." I was like, they say you just say anything that comes to your head. I was like, yeah, that's kind of how this works. I don't know if you knew that or not. So I'm not the daughter of a priestess or anything like that. This is divine connection that came through trauma. Dun, dun, dun. I'm good. It's okay. It's better. It's better now. It's better now. Who's next? We did Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Let's do Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that wish to see us walk the highest path out here for the greatest good. This is just keep spinning, just keep swimming in energy. Eight of Pentacles energies out here, the Devil card. The Eight of Pentacles has consistency and determination, right? The Eight of Pentacles is that godly things grow energy that I've been talking about, right? I bet on myself. Princess Tiana, I'm opening my motherfucking restaurant, bitch, and you gonna get this motherfucking gumbo, right? But now is the hard work. Now is the repainting, the rebuilding, the developing recipes. You got copper pots look like. You get what I'm saying? It's like now it's that methodical, meticulous. It's not even that it has to be meticulous. It's like sometimes you gotta make do with what you got until you can do something better. But it's the going through the motion of it. That's what this feels like. The Devil card energy is out here. And sometimes how you just want like a break. I guess that's what this feels like to me. The Devil card with the Eight of Pentacles, you want the relief or you want some type of break. That's what this feels like to me. I don't have a better time right now. It just feels like you have to be careful and weary and well-doing. But one of the things that's showing up is like also you got to do what you got until you get what you want, right? Like sometimes you put in too much on yourself, right? You're the weight of the world, like especially like I'm going to give you a practical example, okay? I'm not trying to make this about me. I'm trying to give you a practical example. As a woman who is a single mother, right? There's a lot of weight about like keeping your house clean, making sure them children are educated, making sure they stay healthy and healed, getting their doctor's appointments and all this type of thing. Then you got to do that for you. And if you're only doing it by yourself, you don't have, let's say you don't have a mother or a sister, or you don't have a father, you don't have any support systems, that can be a lot of pressure to put on one person. And then you already don't have nobody to reach out to, right? Maybe you have a therapist, but that's very transactional in a way, right? You don't put yourself to those limitations. You say, this is what I can do. This is what I can healthily do. But there's this energy of like you putting the weight of other people on you, right? Like it's like she had a best friend who was a millionaire, right? Or like they were plantation owners, and she was who she was, right? She didn't put the pressure of being a plantation owner or comparing herself to the plantation owner daughter. She just made do with what she had until she could do better, and that's what this feels like to me. It feels like, yeah, Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles energies out here. There's also this energy, especially with the Seven of Pentacles card coming out, of like not understanding the resources that you do have available as well. Like Celie was not ugly, right? But they portrayed this character in a very lowly way, but that was just her kind of not using the resources that she had available. All of her energy went into went into Mr. Children, went into Mrs. This, Mrs. That, this type of energy. She didn't see herself as an individual entity. She saw herself as an extension of Mr. Eight of Pentacles energy. So the work is going to continue. The thing is to create something that's sustainable, to create structures that make the outcome like diagnosable, like guessable. Like I can guess that if I do this many times a day, I'll have this by the end of the week, right? You need to create something like that, and then that way you won't feel the pressure that you feel to ultimately upheaval is what it feels like to me. The Devil card energy is out here. Ace of Wands with the Moon card, right? I wish I could tell you. I wish I could say, yeah, you're gonna find this relief. Shit. You know, you will. The Bible says that you will toil this earth every day of your life. If you don't work, you won't eat. It's this type of energy. So creating something that's sustainable for you and being aware of how the devil moves, like through mind shit. The Devil card energy is out here through mind shit. All he had to do was put it down, right? All he had to do was put it down. All you gotta do is put that phone down. All you gotta do is put that fork down. All you gotta do is go outside and walk. All you gotta just, but the mind, you're like, it's so difficult to do it. It's this type of energy. So I like the position that you're in because you're about to learn a lot. You're about to learn a lot about who you are, showing up as your authentic self in the world, the expectations that the world will project onto you, and how it's a type of witchcraft, how spell work. Like you have to be on a 9-to-5 schedule. You have to work 5-7 days out of the week or whatever it is like that. And then you're going to create something that's authentic to you. I ain't the one to gossip, but you ain't heard that from me, right? Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords. It has to do with like knowing what works for you and operating in that way and not creating structures that are not sustainable. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. The Justice card energy is out here with the Eight of Wands. Again, I like the position that you're in because portals are opening up for you to begin to really see the flowers bloom. We talk a lot about godly things growing, right? Sowing what you, reaping what you sow, yes? Okay, well, when you put the seed in the ground, it don't look like nothing happened. You want curb appeal, you've planted these rose bushes, and you just got these dry bush looking things outside your house, right? Wait till June. April, May, June, wait till that time. You're going to see some flower work happening, right? That's what's on this board, right? So one of the things that I see like you kind of becoming more aware of this kind of devil energy that says, I can't put this down, or there's nothing I can do in this moment about what's happening, and then you becoming more resourceful with what you have, and then understanding that the sowing and reaping thing, that once you invest in this thing, it's only a matter of time until you begin to see the results. Ace of Swords energy is out here with the Ace of Wands. Whether it's your words or your actions, they are producing results because everybody out here working is getting paid. The Judgment card. This is what I want to say based on your energy, right? This is for Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Magic is a combination of your intention, right? She wished on a star or whatever it is like that, right? Your Page of Wands energy and the energy and effort that you're willing to put in it. Whether it's mental, physical, or emotional energy that you're putting into something, it all adds to the flower. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something that helps. We did Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. We did Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Save the best for last, face ass. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. If you watch me enough, you know that when Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo goes last, the life tends to ride a normal, a predictable wave. Right? The Star card energy is out with the Seven of Pentacles and the King of Swords. This energy came up collectively with the biblical deck, and it's coming up now here for you, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. People get what you were saying. You said this shit a long time ago. Free your mind by any means necessary, right? Chariot card energies out here with the Star card. And that, like the understanding of that expression, that's what this feels like. People are starting to get what you meant this whole time. Understand you more, understand you more. Page of Swords energies out here with the Eight of Cups, Seven of Swords. There's a lot about like, why did you do that? Why would you do that? Like people were wondering why you walked away from something. There's a lot of also people were there were other people connected to what you walked away from that were blaming you for the situation. They were putting the energy on you. It's your fault. You were the culprit. You were the perpetrator, right? And so people were really trying to figure out Page of Swords, King of Swords, what the real truth was. They story, the other person's story, and the truth, right? Page of Swords, the King of Swords. Motherfuckers trying to put all the stories together so that the truth can align. This is what I'm tapped into. And people are starting to see your perspective. They understand why you make certain moves. That's what this feels like. Empress energy. I see something multiplying in your life, fertility. Energetically, to me, it feels like opportunities will expand. Where there were things that were blocked for you, Six of Wands energy is out here, or again, people seeing you a certain way. People's lying on you, and then you made a certain move that I don't feel like you felt the need to explain to anybody. Five of Swords, Tower card. I feel like you made a move. I don't think you felt the need to explain to nobody why you don't like explaining yourself to niggas. You ain't have to explain to nobody why you made the move that you made. You made the fucking move. The people who you moved away from lied on you. So that led people to believe they only had this one story to go off of. You wasn't confirming or denying because you couldn't care less. And now there's revelations and realizations. Justice card energies are Hierophant. Again, like I said, it came up in that Christ consciousness card. I seen it in the beginning. Empress energy. King of Swords. Oh, since you've gone on, since you've moved around, you're healing. Your healing is happening fast. People are observing that the whatever you walked away from is the same situation. Is still a shit show. You walked away from the shit show. How do they know that you were the one who walked away from the shit show and not the one who caused it? It's still a shit show. Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo, you walked away from a shit show. People were trying to make you seem like you were the shitty one. You walked away, no odor. Pleasant scents, aromas wafting from you. They're still a shit show. This is what I'm tapped into. Higher for energies out here. People had to choose. Shit. Are they trying to go into the energy and get the shit smell on them? This is what I'm tapped into. Yeah. Now they get it. You have to explain. Some of you don't have to explain. Some of you don't have to explain. They trying to throw the shit on you. The shit that hit the fan over there at that shit show. And now they're trying to blame the shit on you. They say, this is your shit. Baby, don't explain yourself. Because when you walk away from that motherfucking shit show, and that shit still all splattered against the wall, they're going to know it wasn't you. Some shit don't need explaining. Let a person see for themselves. See for yourself. Why? Because they want to argue. We talked about that earlier. They want a reason not to believe you. Da-da-da-da-da-dee-dee-dee-dee. Ain't nobody got time for that kind of energy. You'll figure it out, I suppose. What deck should we use as we go? I told about I was just going to pull a few cards. Stay 30 more minutes. Angels, archangels, ancestors, and spirit guides that which is here walk the high path for the greatest good. Let me hurry up. Realizations. I think, that's what needed to be said, right? Like people are starting to have epiphanies and realizations and making me shocking. They really, motherfuckers be wanting to believe bullshit. They'll believe a lie before they believe the truth. Like Michael Jackson being exonerated at this time. They'll believe a lie before they believe the truth. People want to believe the bullshit. People want to believe the bullshit about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson said he wasn't innocent. The jury said he wasn't innocent. He proved himself innocent many, many times. People want to believe that bullshit about Michael Jackson. And now that the truth is being revealed, people trying to act shocked. They're not really shocked. What's shocking or what needs to be realized is that they want us to believe fuck shit about you. There's a lot of peace that surpasses all understanding. Things are being restored to balance. People are being restored to their rightful place. There's also this energy that's showing up for this collective that has to do with like somebody being copycat. Remember that copycat energy earlier? Somebody was pretending to be you or being like, people were wavering between you and this other energy. Like which one is the most authentic? Which one is, stealing from the other person? Baby, I tell you, surrender. That's going to be your most powerful tool. Intimacy energies out here with bluff. They cannot fake the most intimate parts of you. That's what it feels like. And so, escaping energy is out here. I feel like a copycat is trying to escape. A copycat is trying to save face, this mask. They're trying to save face. I think you're sitting here needing to be careful of having too much ego because there's a lot of like revelations and shocking news about you. And a lot of it comes through this piece that you've manifested. The eye of the tiger is the thrill of the fight. Pain energy is out here with boundaries. I like it because you transmuted your pain into like wisdom. You transmuted the situations and circumstances that people thought was going to make you go crazy. I'm not going to do anything crazy into boundaries, right? Like you say, oh, I realize and recognize that when I have these behaviors, the earlier energy we were talking about, the tarot, it's a mirror. You stop giving your power away. You say, you know what? Every time I come around you, this fuck shit happening. No, it's not your fault. It's my fault because I keep coming around you. You stop blaming people. You say, every time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I stop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 could never happen. Taking your power back. This is what I'm tapped into. And look, I don't know if you remember that divine masculine energy is out here, but there's something about being inspired. Demonstrations, right? Like people seeing you use your magic and that making them want to use their magic too. Also, Spirit is encouraging you to have faith and bet on your magic. Ever grateful for the opportunity to share the gift. I always hope I'm saying something to help. Say wholeness, Aaron. Say wholeness. You can talk now. I'm almost finished. Wholeness. Infinite water's flowing through you. Take it easy. What?